As one of the most economically fragile sub-regions tainted by the impact of a drastic climate ultimately impacting livestock and crop production, government has often considered extending relief to the region as it was in 2021 with a 39 billion shillings supplementary. Amidst the relief scandal involving iron sheets, part of the programs to relieve the sub-region, furious legislators have today sent a strong warning towards the Prime Minister Robinah Nabanja, saying that diverting iron sheets meant for northern Uganda to compensate the embezzled Karamoja sub-region is not only wrong, but a felony.
To first say, to express our disappointment with the Prime Minister herself, having uttered that statement that one of the solutions to the Karamoja question is for her to go and dip her fingers on resources meant for northern Uganda, especially in the iron sheets that were given to northern Uganda, and reallocated to the people of Karamoja.
We find that the statements that were uttered by the Prime Minister were vague, unqualified, illegal, ill-thought, and with the intention to commit a felony against the people of northern Uganda. And the felony in question is conversion. When you have positions of responsibility and authority, and property is given within your reach, and you use it for purposes that were not gazetted for, you would have committed a felony.
Karamoja's relief program, which goes as far as incorporating 74,000 goats, has been absolutely failed as government sustains further crisis in its public finance management reputation. According to members of parliament, government started appropriating money for affirmative action for the vulnerable region since 2014. However, northern Uganda has been on the sideline.
Why were we keeping some of those iron sheets? Keeping them for who? Because this is what breeds corruption. And that's what has to be addressed. All these members of parliament, you see them here, they have written letters asking for iron sheets, and someone was sitting on these letters, not responding, keeping them there. So I don't know whether it was a deliberate move that these iron sheets would be kept there so that when some are stolen, others will be replaced. We are very disappointed, and as leaders from the region, we therefore want to appeal, and we will petition formally. Number one on our petition that we want to address is the iron sheets available should be distributed to all our districts with immediate effect.
Let us not leave this country to the vultures. This is northern Uganda today. Tomorrow, it will be your region. Join us in this to stop them from reaching to you.
A forensic audit for all relief logistics for northern Uganda has ultimately been ordered, with information suggesting that part of the iron sheets have already been distributed to powerful individuals.
I think we have information, very clear information, that the 500 iron sheets that was given to the Vice President actually came from the one for the consignment of northern Uganda. And then across the ranks and files of those who received the iron sheets from the executive side, we know that some of them got now the iron sheets consigned for northern Uganda. And that's why when we're asking for a forensic audit, we really intend to understand the level of this abuse. Because certainly I don't think the Prime Minister is from northern Uganda.
We need an audit. After here, we need serious audit to know the exact number of iron sheets meant for northern Uganda. We are even not aware whether those iron sheets are there or not. Surprisingly, we may find that they have reallocated again those are for northern Uganda, for other regions of this country, and for their personal selfish interest.
Actually, this is what I'm calling the Karamojarization of the northern Uganda iron sheets. It is something that we are calling, we've been talking about ministerial diversion. Now this is regional diversion at a much larger scale, which we cannot accept. These iron sheets are supposed to be for affirmative action in northern Uganda. But now what is happening is affirmative inaction in northern Uganda. You want to solve a problem by creating another problem in another region.
It should be remembered that while appearing before the Presidential Committee, the Prime Minister Robinah Nabanja suggested that in order to deal with Karamoja relief crisis, and iron sheets in particular, a reimbursement should be made. Samula Hanifa, Smart 24 TV, Business Today.